I really admire these disciplines you've put on yourself this year, 2023, that are really, really hard and admirable.
Yeah.
Right. I mean, I'll let you say them, but right. No drinking.
Yeah.
No.
Yep. No drinking. No watching like to masturbate or anything like that. Daily meditation, like 20 to 45 minutes. Tons of books, tons of talks with my life coach / therapist, Susie, on a daily basis. We talk for probably about an hour every single day, understanding like emotional intelligence, self-love, all of these things that to love myself.
You don't think you do?
Mm-mm.
Really?
I can relate to that so much.
Yeah.
What is it about yourself that you don't love?
I love myself, but it's like it's a muddy hole, I guess. And so I have to, it only shines through sometimes. And I was just taught not to love myself. I was always criticized. I was always, if I didn't get good grades, criticized. You're terrible. You're not smart. You're not this. You lose the wrestling tournament. Oh, you got third place. Fucking, you suck. Why didn't you fucking do that? So I had to accomplish things to love myself. And so I've noticed that, I mean, that's probably why I'm like extremely successful in a lot of senses, because I've just had to accomplish things for me to feel good about my own self. But now it's like shedding that and realizing that me just being me is more than good enough. And I'm important no matter how much money I have, no matter what I just did. And that's why I think this fight was such a gift from the universe, because I think for the first time, I'm really like, damn, I really do love myself. I don't need all of these accolades and accomplishments to feel good. And that's why I'm able to like sit here almost with like a weight lifted off my shoulders over the past couple of days. Because so much of my self-love was placed in accomplishments. Yeah.
So this was almost kind of like a test for you, almost to be able to get through a loss that in the past you would have required to go home and actually continue loving yourself and think that others around you loved you for that. It was almost a test to be able to walk out of that ring with the loss without the victory and go home and still say, yo, I feel good about myself.
Yeah.
I feel good about who I am as a person.
Yeah, 100%. And another thing is that people don't realize is like when you are 16 years old and then in front of like tens of millions of people and you're reading comments on a daily basis that are saying you're this, you're ugly, you're that, you suck, you're not funny, you're terrible, go fuck yourself, you should die, I wish your parents never had you. When you're like consuming that as adolescent, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22 years old, for 6, 7, 8 years of your life, you're one of the most, controversial, hated people on the internet. You start to read those comments and that blossoms in your head if you let it. And I didn't know who I was. I didn't know how to love myself. I was never taught that. I never practiced that. My parents had such conditional love for me. It was only, if I did something good, I would receive love, which is terrible.
Both
and
parents?
So, yes, 1,000%. And so, yeah, you topple that with like millions of comments read over years and years and years. And then you go to the wrong places to fulfill that void of lack of self-love. And that's like alcohol, other people, sex, partying, drugs, accomplishments, money, all of those things that are the heart of Los Angeles. So you're in the city of other people who fucking hate themselves and are trying to become famous to love themselves. And a lot of people, like some of the best people in the world don't love themselves, like the best actors, all these things, like, and they're doing all of this business stuff and growing their brand and all this stuff to feel validated. That's why girls post half naked online. They want to feel validated. They want the male attention. If a girl truly loves herself, she won't need an Instagram. for that. And maybe it's one thing if it's a business, but yeah, I was down that rabbit hole tenfold. And by the way, that only makes it worse. So by trying to fill that void with the shit that's not real, you're actually going backwards and you'll end up in a much worse spot. And yeah, that's where I ended up. And for the past 2 years, I guess now, have been on this journey and have done ayahuasca, toad, mushrooms, daily meditation, breath work, and all of these things to really get back to a place of self-love, which is, I think, the key to life.
Hey there, if you like the clip, make sure to subscribe or check out this recommended clip to my right.